I love to get jiggy with it.
This is an air freeze, so it's that. Right.
In my heart, I want to say Goofy Goober from SpongeBob movie.
Hi, I'm Micayla. I'm 17 and these are my besties.
I'm Alyssa and I'm 17.
Hi, I'm Sophie and I'm 17.
And they're gonna find me a prom date today.
Well, we met at summer camp when we were I want to say 5 or 6, and we've just been bonded ever since.
We do everything together. I've gone through everything with Sophie and Alyssa. I just feel like they know my type and what I would like in a guy.
Alyssa and I both have prom dates, and so it's super necessary that Micayla has a great and amazing prom date to join us.
So prom to me means having a good time and just dancing and just being yourself.
Letting all the stress go and just focusing on that one night and having so much fun and just being with your friends.
This is our senior prom, so this is kind of the last big event that we're gonna have together. So it's really important to me that Micayla finds a good prom date.
My school's prom theme this year is Hollywood, so I'm looking for my leading man. A prom date needs to be someone special because you're gonna spend that last prom with them and you want it to be memorable. I have complete faith in Alyssa and Sophie. We've talked about this. I think they know me well enough, so if he's very attractive, it's okay. I trust them with whatever. I love personality, they know what they're doing.
I think that the pressure's on a little bit just because it's the perfect night and you really want the perfect guy. But I think that we totally know Micayla's type, and I think we'll just perfectly know who we'll pick.
My ideal prom date, they have to be loyal. So they show up to prom, don't want to be stood up at prom. Caring, I love a caring guy, he cares about your feelings. I love a nice smile. Another thing I really like in a guy, is they have to be average height. They don't have to be super tall, but I like a teddy bear, type guy, Humor, yeah, humor is good. That would just makes the night a lot better if they're humorous. And they can vibe with me and the music, so if they have good taste in music, that's another thing that I look for. My dream prom date would be Noah Centineo because he's super cute, or David Dobrik because he's very kind and I watch his videos all the time, and he's just very generous to his friends and any person he comes across.
I think a guy definitely has to be very funny and very outgoing. So if a guy can show us some good dance moves or just something that makes him stand out, then I think that'd be really good.
I think fast dancing is way more important than slow dancing because I think when you're having the energy, it's really fun to slow dance, but I think the whole night will just be more fun and it's more memorable when you're breaking out on the dance floor and having fun with all your friends, and I think that's what prom really is.
I don't think they'll screw it up, but if they do screw it up, they're gonna hear it for the whole ride home.
All right, well, let's go find you a prom date.
Hi, my name is Itai, I'm 17 years old, and I can say I want to be your bae in Hebrew. אני רוצה להיות חבר שלך.
My name is Omari, I'm 19, and 3 of my favorite songs are from SpongeBob.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm 17 and I'm fluent in sign language. I just signed Will You Go to Prom With Me?
What's up? I'm Ben, I'm 19, and I can rap Fireball by Pitbull in German. Herr weltweit zu Unendlichkeit, trinkt der Daggerfire. Werden Boogie Oogie Oogie tanzen, wie das Daggerfire. Werden trinken viele Schnaps, wie es fallen, wie das Daggerfire. Jetzt Baby geht hinten nach dem Fenster der Kleidung, it's das Daggerfire.
Hi, my name is Rowan. I'm 18 years old, and I once saved my best friend's life when he was drowning in the Hudson River. I threw him a life raft and pulled him up about 15 feet back onto the deck. It was crazy.
Hi, my name is Ren, I'm 17, and I once hiked for a week straight in Spain, but I'd walk even longer just to be your prom date.
Hi, I'm Satchel, I'm 17, and my mom named me that because she was a handbag designer.
Hi, my name is Joe, I'm 17, and I had a prom pack with 2 girls. They both found out, and now I don't have a prom date, but I really want to go to prom.
Hi, my name is Nico, I'm 17. I once placed first in a 10-mile race, and I'd run the extra mile for you.
Hi, my name is Richard. I'm 17. When I was 13, a dolphin found its way into my backyard, and I watched over it for 5 days.
I definitely think that there are some good options. Definitely want to hear some personality traits and see how everyone goes, but I definitely think we got a good group here.
Definitely funny.
Yes.
Well, I really liked the Hebrew one. I thought that was really cool. And I also liked the dolphin. I thought that was really interesting, and I'd like to hear more about how the dolphin ended up in his backyard.
Well, this is Micayla. She's super fun, super outgoing, loves to dance. She loves to do a lot of adventurous things, and yeah, that's her.
So a question I have for you guys is, have you ever done a promposal? And if you have, like, what did you do? And what would you do for Micayla?
So I've never done a promposal before. If I was to propose to Micayla, it would be my first time. And I would probably do something like a little low-key, like we would go on a walk and then maybe like on the side of a building it would just be prom, ?
Well, I've never done a promposal before, but if I was to do one, I'd probably do something along the lines of writing a note and hiding it in a place where she always goes, just noticing like the small things. I feel like the small things are what makes the best kind of subtlety.
So I've never done a promposal, but if I were to do it, I'd probably do it kind of like a bachelor thing where I'd pull up with a limo, have prom written on the door and open it up and hand her a rose and ask her to prom.
So a few years back, I had a girlfriend that really liked Dr. Phil. So my plan was to take a bunch of Dr. Phil clips and put it together saying, will you go to prom with me? Unfortunately, she didn't want anything like that, so I didn't do it. But I would definitely do something along the lines of a video, something that she had interest in and make it very personal to her.
I've never asked anyone to prom, but if I were to ask someone, I would recruit some guys who play instruments, get a little symphony going, and then I'd have them play a nice song and I'd pull up with some flowers and I'd ask her.
So I actually did do a promposal last year. Me and the girl were walking through a hallway in our school, and I asked her if she wanted to take a picture with me. So I had a friend take a picture of us, and then behind us came a bunch of friends with signs and flowers, but she didn't see them. And then afterwards, they all left. We looked at the photo, and behind her was a bunch of people that said signs that said prom and stuff like that. So definitely something along the same lines, signs, flowers, and it worked.
Well, I've never done a promposal before, but if I was to, I would probably take her to the beach somewhere because it's like getting warmer in the summer, and then have one of those planes with the banner behind it that just says prom, ?
All right, so I've never actually asked anyone to prom, but as her friend said, she likes adventures, so I would definitely do a scavenger hunt type as promposal where we kind of go around the city, have friends at each location, then it ends with a nice little picnic.
I've never done a promposal before, but if I were, I would do something sweet and chill. So probably a nice picnic, and when we would lay back on the grass, there'd be one of those planes with like the smoke or a blimp. I would say like, would you want to go to prom with me, you know? Kind of makes it special between me and her.
I haven't asked anybody yet to prom, but I've been waiting for so long for that opportunity because I love going above and beyond. I love giving girls just like that, the dream of what they want and what they assume it would be like. That's what I like to do. So what I would want to do is get a plane ride without letting her know I'm asking her to prom at that point. Get a plane ride around New York at night, and then when she's least expecting it, have a tall building set up with prom written on top of it.
I think like I would like for the promposal to not be like too public of a setting. Like at school, I just think that's kind of weird and like everyone's walking around, and I just wouldn't like that. I think like if it's just you and the person, I think that's more like sentimental and just like better.
So this was a really hard choice because all of you guys had really good answers. But Micayla specifically said that she doesn't like in-school promposals. Ren, we're sorry, but you're out.
Bye.
Well, I definitely don't like being the first one to be eliminated, but you know, their reasons were fair. I definitely still have time to find a date, so you know, if you're watching this and you want to go.
So what's a song that if it played while you were at prom that you would absolutely have to dance to?
I would have to say Don't Stop Believing by Journey, because that's just an excellent song to dance to.
In my heart, I want to say Goofy Goober from SpongeBob movie, but in a prom setting, I think the best one would be Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
So I'm kind of a hopeless romantic, so I like slow songs, so I'd probably pick Better Half of Me by Tom Holt.
So not to stay on one topic, but I would probably go with Fireball by Pitbull because you have you have the build up where you can dance a little slower to that, and then the hype part, which really gets me out of my chair, you go in on that, and then they have the we're taking it down, where you go down to the floor. It just incorporates so many different dancing types into one song.
I'm a guy who kind of likes that smooth music, so I would definitely pick Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding.
I think that at prom I would want to like let loose and just jump around and have fun, so a guilty pleasure song I would choose is Tongue Tied by Group Love, you know, like take me to your best friend. Yeah, I think that would be fun.
All right, so a song that I've heard at every bar mitzvah, every Sweet 16, and I hope to hear at prom is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. I've never been in an event where that hasn't made the whole dance floor go crazy, so I'd love to hear that at prom.
I would choose a very romantic song to kind of set the mood for prom, so I would choose Try a Little Tenderness by Otis Redding.
The song I would choose would be Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs. The reason I say that is because not only is it a song that the beat is good and you can listen to whether I'm with my boys, whether I'm trying to have a genuine one-on-one dance with her at prom.
Okay, so this was also a really hard choice. I think music is such an important part of prom, and it really just pans out the kind of night you guys are gonna have. So sadly, I'm gonna have to say no to Itai because Micayla's really into like newer, upbeat, like kind of like R&B kind of music, and I feel like that's just like
That's
a different vibe.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I thought I had her with the Hebrew thing, but I guess she just, the journey was she hated it. I guess, I don't know. I would have to say my favorite line in the song is, "Don't stop believing."
So we definitely want this relationship to last after prom, and so Micayla has a lot of pet peeves, so we want to know what's your worst habit.
My worst habit is tapping when I get like anxious. I know that's like a thing that gets on a lot of people's nerves. So.
All right, so my worst habit would have to be when I'm nervous, I have a tendency to lick my lips a lot, like just like there, for instance. So yeah.
So I'm a very energetic person, and I feel like I'm a little bit too excitable. So if something's upcoming and I'm, just excited about it, I sometimes hype myself up too much and just set myself up for disappointment.
This is kind of a weird habit, but I tend a lot of the times just to be walking down the street, and I see that my shoes are untied, but I just keep on going. I don't know, it's a habit I need to break for sure.
I have a terrible habit of snoozing my alarms, and I'll just snooze them for hours and hours and hours, and I'll never wake up.
I have a terrible habit of talking. I'm like really outgoing. So if I'm like in school and we're doing a lesson, I'll a lot of times be talking when the teacher's talking, which sometimes makes her very mad. Or I'll like talk without raising my hand and makes them really upset.
I would say my worst habit would be fiddling my hair whenever I'm concentrated, whether it's taking a test in school or just in general. I tend to do it a lot.
My worst habit would probably be that I've been told a lot that I care too much. Like if I know you're going out and you said like you were gonna text me when you got there at like 4 o'clock, and once like 4:20, 4:30 comes, I'm the type to, are you okay? But that's gotten on a lot of people's nerves, so I feel like that's the thing I've heard the most.
I don't like when people talk like really loud and obnoxiously. Loud chewers, I don't like that. Lazy people, I don't like people that are lazy. I like people that like go out and doing things and like don't just stay at home all the time.
Okay, so Micayla is pretty easily annoyed. She has a lot of pet peeves, and one of them happens to be people being like loud or just like, I don't know, overly talkative, so I'm sorry to say, but Joe, you are out.
Do you guys need prom dates? No? How you guys doing? They said she was a very outgoing person, so I thought, I do like to talk a lot, so maybe she find this is like a good, bad habit to have, that I talk a lot, and she didn't like that. She thought it was very annoying to talk a lot, so pretty awkward to be outgoing but not like people talking. Her friends were pretty attractive, so I asked them if they wanted to go to prom, and they both didn't really answer me, so we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna go wait for the 2 besties to finish up. I'll see you guys later.
So what is your guys' like ideal prom outfit? What would you want to wear?
I'm not super fashioned, but I know that what you're supposed to do for prom generally is like match somewhat. So I just like look at her dress and see what she gets and find something that looks pretty good like with hers or complements her dress.
So I have this really nice like suit that I have, and it's like it's really form-fitted, it's really smooth, and it's like neutral, like it can go with pretty much any color that she wears. So I'd probably wear that.
So I think what I have on right now is pretty good, but I mean, obviously I wouldn't wear this because it could contrast the colors, but something that's like out of the ordinary, like this patterned shirt, but like in the right colors, something that stands out is what I would wear.
I think I'd wear some suspenders and a bow tie, and I think I would wear some Jordan 1s to get comfy with it to match my suit.
I would definitely not just wear a plain suit. I feel like I would get very bored of that. I'm liking this vest a lot, so I think I definitely need to wear one to prom. And other than that, it's just matching and making sure that anyone who sees us together knows we're together.
I would personally just stick with the classic white and black tux. I feel like that goes very well with whatever she would be wearing, and I think it sets the mood right.
So I'm a really matching type. So I know whatever me and her wear, no matter what color it is, I know for a fact we're gonna pop out. Whatever color we pick, we're gonna look nice. So it's mostly about whatever color she wants to wear, and we go off that and just make it a good outfit.
For prom, I would love it if my prom date had a unique style and wore a suit. I wouldn't like it if he wore like a bunch of crazy patterns and colors. Something that would match with me, I think, would be ideal.
Okay, so Micayla is super fashion forward. She's always in the coolest and newest outfits whenever we see her. And she definitely wants like more of a unique look at prom. And I am so sorry to say, Nico, the classic look is not it for the night. I'm so sorry.
It's cool.
Bye.
I think a classic tux looks great for prom, but I guess she wanted something a little more vibrant, a little more different. I feel a little disappointed.
So what do you guys like to do on a night that isn't prom?
So I like to write music and poetry, and I do photography also, so I like to keep myself pretty busy when I'm not, thinking about prom preparations.
So I'm a martial artist. I've been doing karate for 8 years. I have a black belt and I love teaching the kids. But when I'm not doing that, I also love playing the piano, and I'm kind of a nerd and I can solve a Rubik's Cube in 30 seconds, so I like doing that too.
So I like to think I'm a very spontaneous person. If there's something I want to do, just even if it's top of my mind, I'll do it. So I've actually gone line dancing before, and I dress up in a full cowboy outfit for that. I've gone hiking on a mountain in the snow. I like to go ice skating a lot. Literally whatever is available or whatever someone wants to do, I jump on that and do it.
I'm a little bit different from the other guys. On Friday night, after a long week, honestly, I like to go out, hang out with my friends, maybe go to a party, just have some fun, go to the park, and let loose a little bit.
I'm a drummer, so a lot of the time I'm practicing with my band, and we just go to our various basements and practice and write music together.
So hobby-wise, I'm a 3-sport athlete. I play football, wrestle, and I play lacrosse. And then on any night besides prom, I'm really energetic, like having fun. So like the concert atmosphere type, the amusement part type, that's definitely what I'd be doing.
For a hobby, I would love if a guy played sports, he was active. I'm really into musical theater, so that would be interesting to see if he was into musical theater, singing, acting.
So Micayla's super adventurous. She likes to try new things, and she's never in on Friday night. She likes to go out, go to parties, do different things. So I'm sorry, but Amari, you are out. She wouldn't want to stay in.
Bye.
Bye.
I spoke about how I like to write my poetry and stay in, and she's an adventurous person, so I guess I'm boring. I'd date me.
So another important question that I have for you guys is, how would you make the night special, and how would you make like a good prom date for Micayla?
Okay, so what I would do is I would show up with a big thing of flowers. I'd hand it to her, and then we'd walk the city for a little bit, and then we'd go and have some dinner. And then after that, I'd walk her to the party. I'd make sure she has a fun time, tell some jokes, make sure she's laughing, and do some adventurous stuff, because like you said, she likes adventures. And so like trying new food, something that's like out of the ordinary. Yeah, just make sure she has the time of her life.
So naturally, pulling up with a limo. On the inside, you got chocolates and whatever her drink of choice is, chocolate milk, apple juice, whatever she wants. We go to the party, we do our thing, we do our dances, and after the party, we go out for some late night food, whether that be a diner, McDonald's, a home-cooked meal, whatever she wants, but I will make sure to get her home at a respectable hour so her parents are happy.
I would rent a nice car. I'd be promptly on time to pick her up. We'd take some pictures for the gram. We'd look nice, make sure everything's snazzy. And when we get in, I'm gonna bump some really good vibes music on the way to prom, and I'm gonna just make sure everything is going smoothly
For me, I think a limo is very, very key, stocked with all of her favorite snacks, all her favorite drinks, everything like that. Big thing of flowers, and then we get to prom, and I wanna make sure that there's a lot of time for like slow dancing and one-on-one, as well as like us hanging out with everyone else and being able to party and really like let loose.
So I'll make sure from the day I asked her until the day of prom that she knows that not only will that night be prom, it will be a night where she's on top of the world. Not only will I make sure I pick her up in a limo, I'll make sure I get her besties and their booze right as well, and I'll make sure I just make it an amazing night for not only us, but for everybody that's in our circle.
You don't really need things on prom night, but a limo would be nice. We all can agree that that would be great, but it's just really having a good time with the person you're with, especially like after prom, and just like hanging out is always so much fun.
So after prom, Micayla definitely wants to stick with the party. She doesn't want to like go and isolate herself. She wants to stay with all the people, the whole group, the whole grade. So I'm sorry, but Ben, you're out. She wouldn't want to go out to dinner right after prom.
Honestly, top 5 isn't that bad. I would legitimately go to prom with any one of those guys. I've went to 3 proms already. I don't need a 4th one. It would just be icing on the cake that is my life.
So a really big important part of prom is definitely the dancing and like dancing out on the floor and having a good time. So I want to see like what your go-to dance move is.
My prom dance move would, for slow dance, would probably just be pretty much the typical slow dance, but like for like party dancing, I'd have to say I'm a break dancer, so I love doing baby freezes and air freezes. So I mean, this is an air freeze, so it's that. All right.
Well, I'm definitely not as flexible as that, but I definitely love to dance. I love to get jiggy with it on the floor, have a good time. So maybe I hit some footwork like this, like, hey, I don't know.
I'm not much of a dancer, but I don't think that matters at all, because in the right time, in the right setting, I don't care, and I'll do whatever, and I'll just dance and jump around.
Oh.
Wow.
So usually at parties, whether it's something small like me Jersey clubbing, that's like down there, that's like a really big thing. So I didn't go to any dancing school, but like going to enough parties, I like kind of learned a little bit. I got a little bit of like hand work like with other stuff, but I just, no matter what it is, if I'm at a party, you're gonna see me having a good time. That's that.
So Micayla loves to dance, and she's a big dancer, and she always likes going on the dance floor and having a good time, and she definitely likes some like confident dancer. So Satchel, I have to say bye. I'm so sorry, but she really likes the good dancing.
Bye.
I'm not much of a dancer, but that doesn't stop me from having a good time and embarrassing myself with my bad dance moves, so I have no problem with it. I'm definitely gonna learn some more dance moves for my actual prom.
Okay, so at our school we do prom king and queen, so Micayla would really love to be a prom queen this year and would love to have a prom king with her. So tell me what you would do to make that happen for her.
Not gonna lie, I've never been to prom, so I don't know what a prom king exactly does, but I'd make sure like she's noticed, everyone's looking at her, make sure she's front and center, make sure like she becomes the queen, do anything in my power to make sure that she becomes the prom queen.
First things, I would make sure that she gets the dress of her choice, anything she wants. Secondly, I'd make sure we're pulling up, looking good. I'm gonna make sure I'm spiffy, and like he said, all lights on her, all attention, and I'll do anything in my power to make it happen.
So in my school, we nominate who's gonna be in the court a while before, so I'm gonna make sure, because I already know we're gonna look amazing coming in, but I'm gonna make sure that I promote it as if we're running for president. I'm gonna make sure our faces are everywhere in the hallways. Everywhere you look, you're gonna see us together, so that even if you don't know anybody who's on the court, you remember our faces, so you pick us.
So at our school, the voting process happens the night of prom, and everyone just puts their vote in, and Micayla wouldn't really want her face all over the school walls. I'm so sorry, Richard, but yes.
Nice to meet you guys.
It's nice meeting you.
I thought me and Micayla would be a good prom date, but if the besties don't have a date, I can still be in that group. Just call me.
So why should we pick you to be our best friend's prom date?
So like I said before, I like to treat the women I go out on dates with, I like to make them feel like a queen, not just at prom, but I like to make them feel like a queen in my life. And I like to make sure that they always have the best time possible. Like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that she has the best time. And I emphasize the best time, because I don't want her to be like 10 years down the road, what was prom like again? No, I want her to be like, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, that's Justin. He took me to prom. He was an awesome dude.
First reason I think is that I try to surround myself with like really positive people who I care about, and I know they'd care about my prom date. I love to have a good time. I like going out. I love partying. I think I'm just a good time. I always bring good energy to situations, and I like trying new things. And like Justin said, I would treat her with the utmost respect and dignity. So that's why I think I should be the prom date. Good response, bro.
The best man win.
So this was definitely a hard choice. You guys are great options, and I both think you'd be great for Micayla's prom date, but we definitely see our best friend as a queen, and we definitely want her to remember her prom, as it's one of her most special and like important moments, and it's her senior prom, so it's really the biggest one. So we're saying yes to you, Justin, to be our bestest prom date.
Good to see you, man.
Congratulations. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
I think Micayla would have had a better time with me just because I love going out, and I know she likes to party, and I would treat her really well. I don't know how I'm going to find a date now, but I'm definitely going to scope the field and keep looking.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Micayla, this is your prom date, Justin. Very nice.
Yes.
Justin, this is Micayla. She's super fun, super funny, so outgoing, and I think she is a perfect fit for you.
Hi.
So yeah, I think my friends did a really good job. I like your eyes and your smile.
Thank you. Obviously, you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm just glad to take you to prom. I'm really excited.
I think Justin was just hitting all the right points. Like when we talked about it before, he was really like hitting all the things that we really wanted from Micayla, and he seemed just to really want to make sure that she had a really good time at prom, and that's what's most important.
He's very sweet and very like kind, and seems like he will treat her very well, so I think that's a really good thing.
I think you would definitely get along with our boyfriends. They're really fun, and like we just all have a really good time together, so I think you'll really like just join in and have a good time.
My besties picked my bae. Justin's really outgoing, fun, and I've heard he has really great dance moves, and I can't wait to dance with him at prom.
All the other guys had such amazing answers. I was like, pretty much, I was like, oh yeah, that guy's, he's staying. And then I got picked, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised.
I think that you have you're really good looking, and yeah, like you're the perfect height, you know, and you have really good personality, so.
Same goes for me. I think she's very beautiful. From the first time I walked in, I saw her, I'm like, wow, she's very pretty. And from the way your friends described you, I love your personality, and yeah. And yes, we are going to be prom king and queen this year.
I can't wait for prom. It's gonna be fun. My besties definitely picked my bae. Justin is a really nice guy. He's very outgoing, and he seems very funny, and I can't wait to dance with him at prom. And I think everyone's gonna like him a lot.
I think we kind of knew he was the one after he started talking about how he wanted to make her night special and how he wanted to make it all about her, and I think that was like most important to us.
I think for me it was definitely the dance move. I think that really got me. I think that showed how outgoing and how fun he should be at prom, so that really hit it home for me.
There might have been one guy that I didn't want to get eliminated because he was really cute, but Justin definitely topped all the rest. I'm definitely more excited for prom now that I actually have a date, because last year I didn't get to go with a guy, so this is gonna be different.
Thanks for watching.
For more videos like this,
subscribe to 17's YouTube channel.